Well, well. Looks like we have a visitor. Or are you going vault hopping? Can't imagine it's easy getting used to the weight. It's wrong of me to judge. That's so. You got a deed to go with that claim? 'Cause
This vault and all material goods within are hereby under possession of the Brotherhood of Steel. This requisition will aid us in the preservation of technology and the protection of mankind. Your compliance will ensure your safety.
you know, I'm interested in hearing more about this protection of mankind business. I suppose killing a few no-good raiders is an easy price to pay for the benefit this measly little vault will provide for us as a species. Is that it?
I repeat, your compliance will ensure your safety. Not that I'd expect a simple-minded brute to understand.
Resorting to name-calling already. I have to say, thought I'd be able to speak to someone civilized from... What about you, Forward Scout? Think we can work this one out? Or are your underpants in as tight of a bunch of... You do have a point. This place doesn't offer us any strategic leverage over the Brotherhood. If anything, you're gonna waste more resources protecting a place so far away from your home base. So then, it must be the weapons that are important to you. What's so special about these rocket launchers?
I don't know how you became aware of our internal hierarchy, but it's irrelevant to the situation. You will leave the weapons in the vault and disperse.
And how about you? To use... Terrorize? We're out. Meanwhile, the Brotherhood is marching around in power armor, threatening people who don't meet its demands. You tell me. We're heading back to Crater. This stash isn't worth it.
Not so fast. Tell us where you got those weapons from.
Ooh, sorry. I don't discuss Raider affairs on Brotherhood territory. If you really want to know, you can come talk to me in Crater. Don't worry. If it's only one of you, we don't usually kill on sight. Now let us through.
We completed the first part of our mission. I can't say I agree with your methods. Talking things through gives the impression of a compromise. The Brotherhood doesn't compromise. We determine what needs to be done, and moving forward. We still need to track down the weapon source. That man appeared to know something. I don't care how you get it out. We'll set up some protectrons to guard it. And after that, it can be used as an intermediate storehouse for anything our patrols find in the northern part of Appalachia. I thought the Raiders were bad enough before that vile cretin opened. This is off topic, Initiate. Don't ask me. This is your top priority. The longer we let...
Weapons at the ready.
You want quality? You get it here. Don't care. Pull it off the next pendejo you take out.
There's gotta be some better loot around.
Got another bum to deal with here.
Same old shit.
Good. I had a hunter follow the... If you only find a corpse...
If Faxel don't get his shit together, him and his team are gonna end up being target practice for some lucky-ass folks.
Just send a message. Nothing fancy. A bullet, a knife, strong words, you know. Use what you got.
Can't believe they had the nerve to just barge in like that. That knight acts like some kind of righteous savior.
I told you. And they're only gonna get more confident.
I won't let them. Do we have their patrol routes yet? A couple ambushes ought to take them down a notch.
We'll have to discuss this later. We've got a visitor. Can I help you?
So, you really came? Huh. To be honest, life is just full of surprises, isn't it? So, what can I do for you, oh honorable emissary of steel? Oh, right! The weapons! After they got forced... You and your metal bug... There are people here in Crater depending on me. I wasn't sure if I was gonna make it back to them. Getting home to those people was more important than being completely sincere to a group of heavily armed. So if you're looking for help with your little weapon...
Don't you think you're being stubborn, Pierce? We have a good little Brotherhood peon here at our disposal.
We've been over this. There's no compromise.
We don't know that yet for sure. Besides, everyone has their own...
I won't rely on a betrayal to take them down. I have nothing left to discuss. I've given you my answer, Initiate. Now for your sake...
Hey, you. Don't leave yet.
Don't let the skeletons in the cages...
We're here to ensure that there remains a place for Crater and Appalachia. The more people come here, the more they'll want to take their own space, set their own. Crater is our home, our freedom. Besides the obvious scorched and mutant life, the Foundation, they're like us in some ways, just looking for a home. The Brotherhood thinks of itself as our saviors. They'll take what they believe is righteous. It starts small. Food and supplies, a home base. They offer protection in return. So when they start asking for more, when they start setting rules, that they are. Too political for you? Don't worry. In the end, it just amounts to fighting. Run? Look, I'm not some... Mine is the talking. Letting people... I may have started this effort, but it's the war party who moves it forward. And if you're not a part... Only good things. She's more than a rung in a hierarchy. Sheena said she used to play Blast Radius on repeat as a kid, until she could beat everyone she knew. Imagine that. World's gone to sh... At that age, I was... well, still in school. Burks are muscle. They don't talk much. Action is more their language. Because it suits them better. When I first met Burke, they were... Burke flinched when others talked about them. People expected things based on how they looked. They had these titles. One day I asked if something else would feel better. It took some trial and error, but we eventually settled on. They're a much happier person now. Me too. We all have a public perception in this world. Sometimes it doesn't match what we feel inside, but other times there is. And I don't need... Meg has enough on her plate without the Brotherhood to deal. I came to her one day with an army of rape. She looked at me and said, "What are you waiting for? This ain't no democracy. Just don't get Crater in trouble and we're good." So, here we are. We have plenty of support. Not everyone wants to be directly involved. There's also your fair share of mercenary Crater. But considering the Brotherhood could probably pay better, I suspect those mercs have an ounce of... Why not? There's no blood spilled in the war room. This is where we plan out. The Brotherhood should know that we're not a bunch of mindless killers. So if they want to send someone here to talk, they can. Not that anything will come of it.
Hi. Guard places, lift things. It's good exercise. They're my friends. Pierce is kind. I owe him everything. If you hurt him, you'll pay. She's scary sometimes, but she does it for us. I would do the same. No, I don't get along well with people. Sure. They threaten my friends, so I'll take them down. Yeah, Thank you. I know it means... Okay.
Don't mind Pierce, he's stubborn. Holds too tight. I'll tell you about the weapons, but you're gonna need to give me something in return. Interested? I want intel on the Brotherhood. Records, roster, correspondence. You've got people specialized in keeping track of that sort of thing, right? Transfer their data onto this holotape and bring it back to me. We're not on friendly terms with the Brotherhood. What do you think we're gonna do with it? Don't worry. If the Brotherhood is as powerful as they are, How do you know about our war room? About that vault where you ambushed Pierce? We have eyes the same way. This isn't a betrayal. It's just... Toodles.
Let's talk. Maybe we'll both learn something. Sure. Someday. You have what it takes. I've seen that much. But the Brotherhood is slow to trust outsiders. Be patient, put it... We record things. History. We collect it all. Our name harkens back to that ancient tradition. So, that's why we use it. We're the heart of the Brotherhood's mission to find, catalog, and preserve. Though sometimes in practice, well, let's just say... Sure. Lucky for you, I know all about us. We're an order dedicated to the preservation. We find and catalog knowledge from before the bomb. You could say that. You could also say we have no right to keep knowledge to ourselves. That everyone deserves to learn. We get that from time. I can see the argument, but I believe in our mission. Nobody else does what we do. If not for us. California, all the way across the continent. I've read that people used to fly that distance in a few hours. But maybe eventually we'll get flying again, but... We're here to help the people of Appalachia, and to catalog any technological discoveries we find. We set up Fort Atlas to that end. We also want to learn the fate of the old Appalachian chapter of our order. MIA. Presumed KIA. Yeah. To be honest, that's what I expected. I... knew, but... The Council of Elders, chief among them. High Elder Maxon, our founder. He proclaimed our mission and set us on the path we follow today. Our expedition leader is Paladin Romani. She's an aggressive... Okay, what do you want to know?
The old world has so much
Sure.
to teach us.
Oh.
Why didn't I see it before?
I'd like to reverse engineer it and make... Think of how... No, I don't... We'll have to make... Sure thing. What's the next... Raiders, huh? If they're anything like the raiders we've encountered on the expedition route, then... All right. How...
Old world science solved a lot of problems back in the day. But look what else it would.
I think the funny thing about data is you don't know what's real or not. To be honest, I was working on encrypting my terminal for this kind of situation. So, if anyone accessed it who wasn't supposed to, they would just get false info and none would be the wiser. I didn't finish, but you can still use the fake data I created. Should be clearly labeled in the files. Just, this is the raiders we're talking about. It'd be bad news if they got... It's not likely to happen anytime soon, but an enemy could use our names, skills, and history to trick other members or develop a targeted strategy. I may also begin storing schematics and stockpile records on there. Well, for now, I just hope we don't make too many enemies. I don't expect much from the raiders, but... Not a problem.
Order, learning, protection. I have
Ad
everything I
Victoriam.
need here.
Calibrate this, tighten that.
The wasteland is hell. Stay vigilant, Initiate. New recruits, Night Shin's training, weapons, and a base like this, we're gonna be invincible.
The old world has so much to teach us. Why didn't I see it before?
We come all the way from California, and here I am fixing broken pipes.
someone gets a... You stink of the crater. Seriously?
Hey, no sudden movements.
This place
I'm
sucks.
watching you.
We're better off up north.
Shit, that ain't good.
I got it.
Never believe it when someone says it's a job.
Keeping all that gold for yourself.
Time to
is a
hit up
real
a
shame
camp
move.
again. No way in hell I'm...
Can I cross this name off my... So you're due some... Now, can I cross this name off my...
How much of an idiot do you have to be to launch a nuke on your own living space? You've got the holotape? Good, thanks. The weapons don't have one source. Some of them we looted off a group of unfortunate settlers. We've also traded them among ourselves. Some old friends visited Crater a while back wielding that firepower, claiming they were bragging about it till the day they left. Said they sent some big armored folks running. I can't, but that was your logo on the side of those weapons. Doesn't matter to me. Now, I told you. Yep. They may or may not have more, but they've definitely come. West. They said they passed through Ohio before coming here. They wouldn't shut up about it, so... But I do remember them passing around a helmet with a bullet hole through its visor. That true? Don't change your... Don't get in the way.
Do you have business? I'll be here until the Brotherhood isn't.
I don't sleep tonight, I should be able
The
to
fight
get this
is
list
just
done.
beginning. Stay disciplined.
Ad Victorium, Initiate.
The old world has so much to teach us. Why didn't I see
I trust you're adjusting to service with the Brotherhood.
I need to remind Scribe Valdez to retune my power armor.
We'll make Appalachia a better place for everyone, Initiate. You're part of that now.
Old world science solved a lot of problems back in the day. But look what else.
I honor your service, Initiate, but the command center is not a social area.
Disorder is to be expected in a place that lacked Brotherhood oversight for so long.
Find, protect,
Still,
and preserve.
this is...
Something to report, Initiate?
Each day in service of the Brotherhood is a step forward.
Need to have Valdez take another look at my armor. 2,000 miles of hiking's put some real wear on it.
Greetings, Initiate.
I see you returned from Crater. All right.
The Scorched, the Raiders, the Ghouls. If anything tries to
Foundation 2. At this rate, all of Appalachia. Forgive me, Initiate. I lost my composure. You don't have clearance for that. Peaceful or not, civilians should not take the Great War as an example. That... and the other one. I see.
Spare any supplies for the relief
And-
efforts. Might buy us goodwill with the
New
locals.
recruits, night shins training.
It can't be helped then.
Place like this,
We need...
we're gonna be invincible.
I'd like to pursue them as much as you would, Initiate. We have duties in Appalachia. Without more information, it's impossible to say. We fought plenty of raider groups at... So that's everything. That was a thorough report. Our next step is to deal with Foundation. No need to expound everything. I'll follow.
It's madness.
That's classified information, Initiate. Not every... A knight's helmet? It must be. 2 other knights embarked with us from the West Coast. Knight Thornberry returned partway through the journey. Knight Connors gave his life in honorable service to the Brotherhood. To think they held on to his helmet like... Ad Victorium.
Find, protect, and preserve.
Ah, Initiate. I haven't had the chance to discuss.
Another nuke. We arrived in Appalachia not a moment too soon.
I'm never gonna make a name for myself.
Really? How well do you know the people? That's good. Then I'm sure you're aware that they've managed to carve out a solid. I spoke with a few members of their community, looking for ways to work together. However, knowing they may have those weapons, accelerate. Your mission is as follows. Meet with Gloria Chance, the supervisor of Foundation. determine whether or not they've seen or acquired, and lastly, establish a trade deal with Foundation. And allow me to stress, both returning with the weapons and if you say so. Remember, you represent the...
We should spend less time mourning for Defiance and more time here, where Appalachia's future will be decided.
The ghouls, if anything tries to attack...
You're back. I assume Paladin Romani. By any means necessary. This is too important a task for a light touch. Do whatever it takes. I see. This isn't surprising. But remember, respect the chain of command. If Paladin Romani... Do not test my patience, Initiate. However, I will put this as plainly as I can. I feel we'd grow stronger from continuing to rely on ourselves, rather than focus on trade deals. Recovering the weapons, however, is more than a task. It is your... That's all I have to say on the matter. Ad Victoriam.
Members, there is another trouble spot we wish to survey. Any capable men and women should proceed to the designated location. That is all.
Signal established. Please initiate additional connections. Oriented. Please proceed to next triangulation point.
Welcome back, dear listeners. It's time once again to put aside all you think you know, all you believe to be true. time to open your mind to the strange, bizarre, and sometimes terrifying world that exists in the shadows and fringes of our own, where myth, legend, and rumor are made real. Yes, it's time for more thrilling tales from the West Virginia hills. In tonight's thrilling story, Sideshow Snallygaster, the carnival has come to the Tyler County Fairgrounds. Billy Harding and his dad wander past the games and rides, cotton candy in hand, peanut shells and popcorn crunching beneath their feet, as a sideshow barker touts a frightful attraction. Hurry, hurry, hurry! Come one, come all! Come and see the Snallygaster! The most dreaded creature this side of creation! Once a winged beast, hunting the prehistoric skies, the cruel mistress of time has turned its wings into mere appendages, spawning this fearsome, six-legged monstrosity! Hurry, hurry, hurry! Step right up and behold the stupendous Snallygaster!
Dad, I want to go see the Snallygaster.
No, hogwash. Sideshows are a swindle, Billy. All just smoke and mirrors.
But he said it has 6 legs.
Trust me.
Initiating surveillance process. Scanning. Scanning. Survey complete. Resource drop authorized. Please clear the area. Warning. Warning. Hostile forces detected. Resource drop locked. Immediate elimination required. Area secured. Remote unlock complete. Have a nice day.
Yeah. All right. You'll have to do. Ha! You got grit. I'm Initiate Dodge with the Appalachian chapter of the Brotherhood of Steel. I got word that members from Mariposa are on their way here now. It's critical that I lay the groundwork they need to get a foothold in this region. Are you up for it? You're here already? Damn. I had less time than I thought. If you're really working with them, then it's imperative that you hear me out. I compiled a list of locations the Brotherhood had previously been tracking as enemy hotspots. Every day I'll highlight a location and a mission that can provide the Brotherhood a strategic advantage. I call these daily ops. Head there using your map and I'll provide instructions. Complete. If you're fast and efficient, I'll even up the reward. So come see me after your first op. Now, if you have any questions about daily ops, ask. Otherwise... Well, have you completed a daily op yet? If not... I compiled a list of locations. Head there using... If you're fast, come see me after... If you have any questions. The deserter. And before you go getting all curious to hear Grandpa Vernon's stories... Yeah. The Appalachian chapter, my chapter, once stood the best chance of bringing back this old husk in front. Hopefully. The training I have with my chapter's Now I'm the last one left, far as I know. My chapter developed a number of methods for dealing with the threats of this region. Huh. Well, that doesn't quite make you... Well, it took some chops to get that far. Be seeing you.
slippy
matter
yeah.
detected.
Finally, someone. Those... Our medical team can't... Excellent. I can show you roughly where it is, but...
Oh, no. I have ruined it.